What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. This is EJ Joyful Plans, and today I'm really excited to be flipping through the new Hustle and Heart hourly extension pack. Don't let me lose you on the word hourly. I'm showing you the Hustle and Heart extension pack, and I am going to also compare it to the Girl with Goals extension pack. This came out in the fall 2021 release. This came out in the spring release. They are very, very, very similar, but there are a few differences. And so I thought I would flip through this. I showed this in a little bit more detail in my November social media planning video where I was testing it out for the first time. I'll link that down below if you want to see this in greater detail. So I just pulled out 1 month to compare and contrast this guy. Let's start with the comparison first, let's start with the flip through first. And I'll just say that these are very similar. The colors are just different. And the weekly style, the weekly positioning of things are different. So let's get into it. We'll start with the dividers and some of the extras, and then we'll get into the goods on the inside. So first is good things are coming in a beautiful green. And this is 4 months, by the way, 4-month planner. It's a perfect day to start with nice gold flecks. This is really beautiful. Really beautiful. And I love that the color has like a texture to it, so it looks like fabric. It's very interesting. Make time for what you love. And this is not metallic like that last one was. It's just like gold paint, but it doesn't have a foil to it. And then the last one is your potential is limitless. And again, I don't know if you can see, but there's like a really pretty texture to it. So it looks like fabric. So those are the 4 dividers for the 4 months. The other thing I want to point out before we get into the guts is at the end of the 4 months, we've got some just note pages. So it just says, write it down. We've got the gold splatter in the upper corner and in the lower corner. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or if you look at it as a sheet, you got 1 sheet, 2 sheet, half a sheet. So that is the exterior, I guess you could say, of the extension pack. The other thing I want to point out before we get to the inside is stickers. So 2 sheets of stickers come with this extension pack. You get the numbers. These are gold foiled numbers for dating it because it is undated. And then you also get functional stickers in the color schemes of the extension pack. And these are just little flags that say meeting, contact, project, and deadline. And it's just repeated in the 4 different colors. And these are just businessy related icons, I guess. So you get the 2 stickers, you get 4 months. I've shown you the dividers. Let's get into the insides. And I'm just gonna pull 1 month out. And for this first part, I am going to show you the Hustle and Heart. Well, I'll set this aside, and once we get it open, I'll put them next to each other. So let's start with the monthly layout, very neutral except for the gold foil, not gold foil, gold splatter. I have to catch myself because the gold paint that you see in the Hustle and Heart collection varies between paint, gold paint that looks glittery, and gold foil where it's actually, you know, hits light and it sparkles. So this is gold paint. It is not metallic foil. And then we get into the meat and potatoes. One of the reasons why I love these 2 extension packs so much is all of the extra pages that are not part of a weekly or monthly layout. So at the top of the month, right after the monthly layout, you get to set some goals. So over here, you can set goal number 1, the action steps for it, 3 ways I expect to achieve this goal, and 3, you reflect on the goal. What worked last month, and how can I carry out those strategies into this goal? And then you've got goal number 2, and the same thing. You set the goal, you set the action steps, and you reflect. Then over here, you have your top priority list for the month. So that's what you get right after you flip the monthly. Let me show you what you get when you, so here's the monthly for this guy. Pretty much exactly the same, except there's purple, and there's a quote down in the corner. So the Hustle and Heart monthly is actually more neutral, in my opinion. When you flip the monthly, you get this. Look familiar, right? So let me set this aside. Here you can see the Hustle and Heart side, or excuse me, Hustle and Heart side and Girl with Goals. It's identical. The only difference is the color. This has a little bit more pizzazz with the gold in the corner. This has a little bit more pizzazz with the polka dots on the spine. But otherwise it's the same. The font is a little different. Looks like the font over here on the Hustle and Heart is a little bit bigger. So that is the same. And then we look at the other side, which is the top priority list, also exactly the same. The only difference is the color, the gold splatter up at the top, and the polka dots down the spine. So far, the Hustle and Heart and the Girl with Goals are identical, except for colors. The layouts are the same. Now let's get into where things get interesting. So before each weekly layout in the Hustle and Heart extension pack, you have these 2 pages. You've got 4 lists of things that you want to follow up on. So things to follow up on for the week of, so things to follow up on. And then for the week, you have a running task list, things to do and when they're due by. So at the front of every week, you get this, and then you get your weekly layout. So it is hourly, so you've got the hours here, but I white this out and I look at it as aligned vertical. So you can just use a little whiteout pen and white that out if you don't like using hourly planning or hourly planners. You've got 2 blocks right here where you can write down what you want your daily habits to be. This specifically is prompting you to think of it as a work from home planner. Actually, it's marketed as a work from home planner, but it's just like the goal setting planner. So you can put any habit you want. So it's important to dedicate time to take care of yourself while working from home. So you could say, go for a 10-minute walk, take a shower. You would write those here and then you check them off as you do them each day. Week number 2, the same thing. You have things to follow up on, your task list, and then your weekly layout. Again, week number 3, things to follow up on, your task list, and your weekly layout. Week number 4, things to follow up on, your task list, and your weekly layout. So that is the rhythm that we see with the Hustle and Heart. Your monthly layout, your monthly dashboard, your weekly things to follow up on, your weekly task list, and your weekly layout. That is what we're seeing with the Hustle and Heart. So I just keep flipping through. At the end of the month, you have your upcoming projects, prepping for the next month. Let me go back to the Girl with Goals and show you what is different. So I hope that this is helpful and not confusing you more. I'm trying to say this as concisely as possible. So, monthly layout, your monthly dashboard, your goals, and your priority list. This is where things get different. In the Hustle and Heart layout, right after your monthly dashboard, you have your 4 things you want to do and your task list, right? Well, with the Girl with Goals, you get a task list for the entire month, all at the front of the month, meaning these task lists do not show up later in the month. Everything is at the front of the month and it's just like a perpetual calendar. It just keeps going. So you get your monthly task list on 2 pages. Then you get your week number 1. And then this is associated with your first week. So week 1, things to follow up on. So, and you get 2 pages of this. So in the Hustle and Heart, you have 4 blocks to follow up on and then your task list for each week. In the Girl with Goals, you get 4 things to follow, you get 8 things to follow up on for the week. And you refer back to the task list at the beginning of the month. So just to show you again, this is what you have for your week for the Hustle and Heart. So Hustle and Heart week, Girl with Goals week. I hope that makes sense. But again, you get your week and then you get your things to follow up on, set up in this block format, okay? So that is the main difference between the Hustle and Heart and the Girl with Goals. Do you want a task list that is double-sided and that goes for the entire month? Or do you want a task list page like this every week? I think that is what should determine the extension pack that you get. Less about, honestly, this layout and more about when do you want to see these. You can get 2 pages of these at the start of the month for the Girl with Goals, or you can get 4 sheets of these because there's 1 per week. It really just comes down to what kind of planner you are. What do you need for your planning? Since I have both now, I'm gonna use both. I think what I'll do is use the Girl with Goals through, well, maybe I'll do the Girl with Goals for November and then the Hustle and Heart for December. I'll compare and contrast, and then, well, I'm gonna wanna end up using the one I don't like just to get through it. So maybe I'll just go back and forth between the Girl with Goals and the Hustle and Heart. Ultimately for me, for social media, I thought that the Girl with Goals would be better for me, but now that I'm seeing this, I don't know. I'm not gonna make a judgment call. But there you have it. That is the new Hustle and Heart extension pack from the Happy Planner. I hope that this is helpful for you to see the difference between this and the Girl with Goals. It's a little bit of a redo, but, or like a refresh, but they've made some very interesting changes that make this kind of I don't even want to say a leveling up. They're just different and they will work for different minds. So there you have it. Also, just a reminder, you don't have to be married to how products are marketed. I think that's one of the biggest things for me and how I plan. And when I talk about planning, even when I'm decorating, a layout, like it might be marketed for one purpose and I try to find ways to make it work for me. Or if I like the bones of it, but there's just one little thing that's not quite working out, I make it work for me and it ends up being something that I love. So when you see this Hustle and Heart extension pack and you see that it's like the working from home planner, don't limit yourself to thinking that you have to use it because you work from home, or that you cannot use it because you don't work from home. This has tremendous potential for entrepreneurs, small business owners, people that are tracking social media type stuff. If you fit into any of those categories, or you just have a big goal, or you want to start a business and you've got big dreams and goals and you need to track a little bit more carefully the steps to get there, this is a really great extension pack. I like extension packs because they don't marry you for 12 months to a planner. And then let's say you get 4 months in and you decide you don't like it. Well, with this, you have 4 months, you can decide if you like it. And if you do, you can get another extension pack or you can get the planner. Doesn't really matter. So just think outside the box. Don't let marketers tell you what you can and can't use. Make it work for you if you like it. All right. I'll get off my soapbox, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Come hang out with me over on Instagram. My handle is ejjoyful_plans. It is always a good time. And until next time, guys, I hope that you will subscribe to my channel. Come hang out with me again. And God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.